The scale of the damages on the entire water system after 18 or 19 months of war is of course huge. We estimate that 65 to 70% of the entire water system has been damaged. This has concrete consequences in the sense that we cannot pump water into the traditional water pipes for the water to reach the houses or to reach the people. So what we are forced to do is to implement with our partners some water distribution points like this one, and we are also doing some water trucking. What is important to understand is that to produce water with this desalination plant, we need fuel. And to run those trucks, we also need fuel. So without that fuel, and we are getting shorter and shorter when it comes to the availability of fuel in the Gaza Strip, we are going to have more and more challenges in the coming weeks in terms of production and distribution of water. For the moment, this desalination plant is able to support thousands of people in terms of production, but it's difficult to reach the people in the different communities with the water truck when fuel is becoming so scarce. So that is one of the key issues we are facing here. In the past 65 or 66 days, there hasn't been a single package, single supply of humanitarian aid that entered the Gaza Strip. That means that, of course, there is no fuel, but there is also no generators that help to pump the water out of the wells or to treat the water. There is also missing some chemicals that are required to run those desalination plants. And then there is also, during the ceasefire, we have been able to rebuild some parts of the water network. And this is absolutely critical, since 65 to 70% of the total water network has been damaged. So all these are critical supplies that are needed in order to be able to provide water to the people in an efficient way. The children are, of course, bearing the brunt of this war, and we have seen that because they are suffering a lot from the lack of potable water. We have 90% of the households who are saying that they struggle to have enough potable water, but also enough water just to clean, a baby, a newborn. There is the issue related to malnutrition. Since not a single parcel of aid entered, bakeries have closed. The food distribution, I was yesterday in some of those IDP camps, and I could see dozens and dozens of children waiting with an empty cooking pot. And they were waiting for hours just to get a little bit of food. We went to hospitals where children are treated for malnutrition, and I met 10 of them. I met a little boy, Osama, he's 4-year-old, and at 4-year-old he should weigh approximately 15 or 16 kilos, and he's weighing barely 8 kilos. He has only the skin on his bone, and he was a healthy boy before the war. When you add that to the dire living conditions, with children digging in the rubble, living in makeshift tents, suffering from the cold in winter, from the heat in summer, not having the proper immunization, they don't get enough vaccines. All this is a terrible, terrible recipe for the development and the spreading of diseases, preventable diseases.